Within just a 5-minute stretch of a game, players are more focused and exhausted than in any 1 hour of practice. Herein lies the shortcut to greatness. The greatest become the greatest by not differentiating between practices and games. Players should put as much effort into a simple drill as they put into the last minute of a championship game.
What's up? What up? What's up? How you guys doing, man? Hey, no, I said stop. Music, stop. All right. Anyways, hey, how you guys doing? I got Connor Rush in the audience. Cameron 404. What up, Cam Ferris? Cam the man. Your parents told me that you had a great game over there in California, Cam. All right, fantastic job. Yo, you keep pushing it, you can become whatever you want. Exactly. I do know that Cam reminds me. Cam had flair. Like he has flair. He's like Jason Williams, the white Jason Williams, right? Like it's kind of crazy, all right. But he has like a lot of grit and passion, and it reminds me of Noah Masseth, and they're both shorter players, which makes a lot of sense. And players who are like shorter, when they survive, they're usually the ones that have a huge chip on their shoulder, all right. And one of the biggest, I guess, traits that made me a good player was that I had a chip on my shoulder, even though I didn't deserve to have a chip on my shoulder. What's up, Kieran and Declan? I was always the tallest player. I was always the best player from like the first second that I played. I was given a lot. I had my stepdad as my basketball coach. I was recruited early. Like, I had no reason to have a chip on my shoulder, but I did. Every time that someone said anything about me, I would take it to heart. I mean, like, you see, like, I'm probably not like Michael Jordan was, but, like, he was like, I took that personally, right? And I think for you guys, it's good to have a healthy chip on your shoulder, all right? Understand that there's always going to be haters out there somewhere, and if you don't know any, they're somewhere out there. They will be there one day. All right. And if that's what drives you, that's what drives you. All right. But if you're driven by, I don't know, something positive in the future, go by that. Whatever drives you the most, perpetually put that on yourself. And I challenged you guys yesterday to a ball handling drill where you got to say go, go, go. Like under your breath or kind of out loud every like few seconds, or else I ran you. Right? At first I asked you guys to do it, only half of you guys did it. But then I threatened you guys and then all you guys did it. But being that focused and like refocusing yourself every single second, that's what it feels like to play a college basketball game. You are never allowed to think about like your class, your girlfriend, a movie that you're going to watch later, what kind of shoes the referee's wearing. I mean, you're always focused, and they train you to be like that. And if you can focus at that high level during the game and that high level during practices, by again having a chip on your shoulder constantly or whatever it takes, that will be to your benefit. So take offense to everything. All right, take offense. If people think that you're too short, too young, too skinny, Connor Rush, take offense to that. And you work hard every single second because of that, just to prove those people wrong, just to prove the people that love you right, all right, and just continue to go at it, I suppose, all right. And again, one of the main supportive tools in that is our movie section. All right, I forgot to talk about it yesterday, so I'm going to talk about both today. All right, our movies for yesterday, it is called The Babe. All right, and that movie was is the second grade movie. All right, let me pull it up right here. This is the second grade movie for the month, The Babe. That's about Babe Ruth and it stars John Goodman. All right, John Goodman, he was a famous actor like in the late 80s, but big dude. But he played the Babe because the Babe was big, right? And Babe Ruth is one of the most popular athletes of all time. Like honestly, like it's like you might think that like Kobe Bryant's popular, but no, it's Muhammad Ali, Michael Jordan, and Babe Ruth. Those are the three most popular athletes of all time, like in the history of the planet. All right, Babe Ruth. If you haven't heard of him, that's kind of strange, but it's just probably because you're not a baseball player. This guy pitched, and he also batted, but he was mainly a famous batter. But he was like a Cy Young pitcher, I believe. When he got older, he was so famous he couldn't like run anymore. That well during games. What's up, Gavin Witt? For his at bats, you know, if you can't run, you get a pinch runner. But once you get a pinch runner, you're out the game. Whenever a substitute comes in for you, you can't come back in baseball. For his hits, he was so prolific, they kind of basically changed the rules for him, where he had a permanent pinch runner. He would hit the ball, and there would be someone else running for him. All right, he was so famous, like I don't know, like it's hard to describe how famous Babe Ruth is. He's depicted in movies that aren't about him. They don't use his name, but they use his likeness, and people still understand that it's him. He was like a mythic creature, this guy was. He held the home run record during his day, but this movie is all about like his life. The goods and the bads. He was kind of a jerk in some parts, but he's also very charismatic in other parts. He loved people like coming up to him and things like that. But this is a great movie for the second graders out there, Babe. All right, now for the third grade movie, this one is one of my favorite movies. Okay, I don't know if it's going to be my favorite for the month, but we just had the Winter Olympics. Are they still going on? I have no idea. I don't watch the Winter Olympics, but this movie is called Cool Runnings. All right, and this is, I mean, you will laugh in this movie, guaranteed. You will probably cry in this movie at some point in time, and then everything in between. Because Jamaica is an island that does not have snow, therefore they cannot and should not compete in the Winter Olympics. But there was these four runners, and I think that there was five at one point. But these four runners, I'm going to post push-ups after practice. All right, I see you, Gavin Witt. All right, there were these four runners who basically got tripped up in the beginning, and they were sprinters because Jamaica is known for sprinting, among other things. All right, but yes, and one of them tripped, and he tripped the other one, so like none of them made the Olympics basically, and they were super sad. But there's this guy, John Candy, this white coach from America, who was like kind of like shunned and like no one talked to him, things like that. But he went down there, and his big idea that he always had was to get sprinters do the bobsled, because the bobsled event you have to do a running start. But he felt like if he had sprinters, they could get a faster run. So he actually asked these Jamaican guys to do it, and they were like, "We've never even seen ice before, let alone a bobsled." So they like practiced it on the dirt with like a freaking like go-kart, and like as you can see here in their bathtub, they're practicing all their turns. You just have to memorize all the turns. And again, throughout the movie, it's like an underdog story, but this is a real movie. All right, sorry, this is a real story. All right, something that happened in real life, and they actually did. I won't ruin it for you, but they did decently well in the Olympics. They won everyone's hearts over. All right, and then when the movie came out, they won even more like critical acclaim for what they did. And then just recently, I think that they haven't been part of the Winter Olympics for like 20-something years. Just this last winter, they competed again. So the Jamaican bobsled team is either competing or competed or will compete in the Winter Olympics for this year. So again, a very, very like high imagination story. If I had to give The Babe 30 stars, maybe like 29 stars, it was okay. I would give Cool Runnings 48.5 stars. All right, it's that good a movie. All right, 48.5 stars, Cool Runnings. I suggest anyone who's ever seen this thing, watch it. All right, there's one of our, if you look on our website, under the challenges section, you can see movie clips. There's a famous clip from this movie that is in our challenge section, okay? I'll lead you guys to it real quick, okay? So if you go to our website, click on, I don't know, curriculum, challenges, whatever, and just get to our challenge section, you can see our movies, our movie clips challenge. All right? The movie clips challenge is right there. Under the movie clips challenge, all right, you have all these movies, and it'll give you like Ray, and then it'll give you like a short clip if you want to watch the video, or it'll talk about it, put it into context first, and then say the lesson learned. You can watch this like 3-minute video or whatever it may be. Cool Runnings is right there. Cinderella Man has a great scene in it. Eddie the Eagle has an awesome scene. The Dark Knight Rises, Gattaca. Some of these aren't even sports movies, but they have great scenes that have affected me in my life. Glory, Looper, Malcolm X, The Matrix, Men of Honor, The Prestige, Rocket Man, Rudy, Troy, and Any Given Sunday. All right, these are all movies that have just small clips in it, and that I put the clip. If you just press the watch the video, and you can watch those for yourself. And if you like the clips, you can maybe talk your parents into allowing you to watch the actual movie too. John, what is the reference movie that is 50 out of 50 stars? I would say White Man Can't Jump, Above the Rim. Those are my favorites. All right. Those are probably my favorite sports movies. Oh, and Rudy. I would say Rudy. Because I know that like White Man Can't Jump and Above the Rim are my favorites. My favorites aren't always the best. It just means that I like them the most. The best sports movie would probably be Rudy. I mean, you could throw Rocky in there, but that one has a lot of flaws. But like Rudy was better than Rocky, like overall as a movie, not as a social impact. Man, I can't think of a movie strong enough and wide enough appealing than Rudy. Yeah, that one's an amazing sports movie. People like to throw Coach Carter in that, but it does kind of like, some people don't like it. And there's other movies on that level. But I would say Rudy, I've never met someone who didn't love that movie. That movie's amazing. It is slow at times. It might be for an older crowd. But overall, Rudy is like the Shawshank Redemption of sports movies. I said it. All right. Oh, yeah, I watched those. All right. Let's move on. We got our quote of the day to begin with. All right, so our quote of the day is, not getting everything makes you stronger. Now, I used a real picture of Kieran here. I saw him on the side of the road. He was crying, and he was wearing a hoodie. May not look like him from here, but that's because he was crying. But yes, I don't know what he was crying about. But this is definitely Kieran. All right, so you guys just not understand. Kieran is the inspiration for the quote of the day. I'm joking, by the way. That's not Kieran. All right, but yes, not getting everything makes you stronger. All right, it's hard. It's a hard lesson to realize for kids, but the kids that get everything, like let's say like the rich kids, they're actually getting set up for disaster. All right, and I can't think of a perfect example of it, but you know what? I'll use Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Okay, now in the beginning of that movie, his grandparents, they were all bedridden. And bedridden means like you haven't moved for like decades or whatever like that. And then for this movie, the weirdest part of it was, so he's like, I want a chocolate bar. The grandfather just gets up and starts dancing, right? All right, that's not possible. If you're bedridden, you cannot move because your legs will be like Jello. All right, Jello, hello. All right, no, but like you wouldn't be able to like move. Like you would be an atrophy. All right, and like. Yeah, so basically what I'm trying to say is like, so when you're lying there, you're getting what you want because you get to be lazy. But because you're not moving your muscles, life is kind of like handing you a freaking crutch, right? So then you just like forget, like you just forget to know how to like use those muscles, all right? And so then you begin to like lose it, right? And then when you want to use it, you won't be able to. So when you get everything that you want, you're used to getting everything that you want. You're not used to working for anything. So then you grow up expecting everything to be given to you. And then all of a sudden you get let go and you're out in the real world. And you realize that in the real world, your boss is not your parents. And you're like, can I just have money? And they're like, no, that's not how the real world works. We aren't your parents. All right. So by parents not giving you some things, they're making you go, I want to work for this thing. They're making you think, I want to wait and be patient for this thing. All right. They're making you a stronger human being. Even though you're crying, it doesn't matter. All right. If they gave you everything every time that you cried, what would you start doing? You would start crying for every single thing. All right. So by them not giving you everything, that makes you stronger. By them giving you everything, if you happen to have parents like that, they're actually making you really, really weak. And then people like me can take advantage of you during basketball games. All right. There are some types of birds who don't fly, like the emu and the ostrich and the penguin. All right. Imagine that. Evolution gave them wings for one reason, and that was to fly. But then because of their environment, like penguins had like no natural predators. They were just chilling. They were like, oh, what should we do? Should we keep flying? Why? There's no reason to fly. And then thousands of years come by, polar bear comes, and now they're like, oh crap, I wish I could fly. And now they can. All right. So not getting everything, it makes you a stronger person. So realize that you don't want to be a stupid penguin stuck in the ground. All right, guys. All right. What's up, Noah Masseth? The Sandlot is where it's at. I would say The Sandlot's a very good movie, but I would count it up there as one of my favorites as well. In terms of like being a great movie, it is very magical. I think I gave The Sandlot like 49 stars, but in terms of being like a great movie, it still doesn't match up to Rudy. Rudy is like a cinematic masterpiece. It's like in depth. It's like dramatic. It's funny at times. I don't know. It's like a real story. But I don't know. Comedies deserve to be up there as well. I'm just not sure. I don't think anything can surpass Rudy. And again, Rudy is not my favorite. It's just I think it's the best. But yes, not getting everything makes you stronger. Moving on to our elementary school stuff. We got back down series. Pick and roll, rescreen, Statue of Liberty, 2-ball catch layups, dowel jumps, and then peekaboo shots. This is not for Friday, but this is for Monday. So this is what we will be doing on Monday. All right. Make sure that we understand this stuff, okay? One of the things is our pick and roll rescreen. All right, it's when we come off the pick and roll and they do a flat show, and then we cross back up and then we go back over the screen. We will be going over our pick and roll stuff this weekend, so heads up for that. We have a lot of stuff this Saturday. Again, we're doing our big huge day that we do once a month, and it starts off with our combine, our agility and ability combine. We have 3 players I believe signed up for that, and Derek, Kiernan, and Connor. Connor's the record holder for all this stuff, all right? But he is not the only one trying to break some records. Let's see if we can break some records in that. If you look at our page again and you go to the combine section, little Derek is trying to break this record, all right? It's a record long held by Caitlin DeFrancisci. She's been holding this record for 5 years. It's a 5-year record. We've only been in business for 10 years, guys. Caitlin DeFrancisci has held this record for 5 years, the first grade record, at negative 37. Negative 37 is what Caitlin has. All right, you can see it right there. Negative 37 is Caitlin's record. Believe it or not, negative 37 is the best record that a first grader's ever done. All right, and Derek has done this before. He did not get better than negative 37. He did worse than Caitlin. You can see what he did, but now he has to also compete against Sean Valentine's. I'm not sure how it's going to classify Derek, who's about to be a second grader. All right, but you guys get to compete against your grade level people here. So for the third graders, Matthew Diekman is the guy to beat with a 44. All right, that is his score. All right, and if you go down to, or if you go up to the best all scores record right here, you get to see how well that you did. So, it was negative 34 and then 44 was that. And if I scroll down to, has Kiernan ever done this before? I don't even remember because there's so many things. Right there, Kiernan's record right there. Kiernan got a 21.54. 21.54. All right. Derek Valdez, he got, right there, he got a negative 45. So Derek has to improve. If you look at his scores right across the bat, his hurdle score was a 30. He's up to 60 right now on the hurdles. He's been practicing the hurdles. All right. And in terms of, I don't know if he can do the ambidextrous throws. I don't know if he can make a three-pointer yet. I don't know how many jump shots he can make from the elbow, but maybe he's improved some of that. He's also gotten taller. All right, so that will help him out. Probably weighs a little bit more. So maybe he can raise it just like that. If you look at Kiernan's scores, let's see what Kiernan's done, and let's ask Kiernan, have you been practicing at all? See you later, Cameron. Has Kiernan been practicing at all, and can he improve on 86? Is decent. 86 is decent for the hurdles. 11.71 for the sprint. You can improve that one. All right, for the, I believe that's 3-pointers. Is that threes? Yes. Oh, that's the throws. All right. So for the throws, where's Louth? Louth right there. All right. For the throws, he got 0. So he can throw the ball with the left hand and the right hand from the free throw line. All right. That's something to improve upon. Maybe he's been practicing. I don't know. I don't know if he's been practicing, but if he can beat the 34 score by Sean Valentine, he'll be the most prolific third grader that we've ever had. And Sean Valentine is really good. What combine is it? There's only one kind of combine. It's the agility and ability combine. It's stuff that we do every single month. And we rate your vertical jump. We find out how high that you could jump, your shot rating, sprint course. It costs $5 because then people don't ditch us. If it's free, people have signed up and then not showed up and then taken spots that weren't theirs. We check your 3-pointers, your overall score. Connor Rush has the 3 best overall scores of all time. We've been doing this since at least 2013. So almost 10 years. And I've had so many players, like about 160 players have done this. Connor Rush has the 3 top scores. And we've had players that have gone off to college. All right, so you get to see how good you are in the combine. Check your agility rating, which agility rating, Connor, that might be your thing right there. Can you finish in the top 3 in the agility rating? Hurdles in a minute, that's a lot of hurdles in a minute. I'm not sure if anyone can catch Derek Cortara, but I'm sure he's not the fastest guy ever. All right, I'm sure that Ja Morant can beat that. All right, and then amber throws, those are pretty strong dudes with the right and left hand. That's hard to beat as well. But we have the record for every grade level here. That's more your speed, so you can keep up with the people at your grade level. All right, that's the combine for this weekend. Again, we also have the pick and roll workshop, and we have the clinic. The inside scoring clinic is also this weekend, and then later on that night we have open gym. So a lot of stuff for this weekend. So make sure you guys show up to that. All right, checking our homework. We got Zach Carter posting, Wyatt Ingles posting, Connor Rush posting. Great job. Austin Masseth posted. I might make you guys run a little bit less today. All right, Derek Valdez. I might take the number of people who have posted this week and minus the number. Aiden Wong even posted. All right, that is awesome. You guys have stepped it up. All right, and I don't know if it's because Connor's pushing you guys or because I threatened you guys. I have no idea, but you guys are doing it. I feel what this is like, okay? I'm going to call you guys out. Maybe the guys who posted just won't run at all. I don't know what I'll do today. I'm not even sure. I'll just test the vibe and see how hard you guys are working right when I show up, all right? So fantastic job with the homework. I see you guys. I see you. I see you. I see you. We even had Wyatt posted in the dark. I could barely see him, but I know that he was doing the stuff. There goes Wyatt. I could see him like sort of in the background. I totally saw it. So great job. Post no matter what you have to do. Speaking of Ja, a question was posed. Ja Morant or Steph Curry in the clutch? Who you got? And automatic answer is like Steph Curry, right? Then I started thinking about it, and I'm like, wait a minute. I might even take LeBron James over Steph Curry. Steph Curry's he'll get a shot up. He'll get a 3. But you could probably run him off. Those other guys, even like Luka, they're more dangerous in the clutch because they can also throw the ball over people and like pass. And with Ja, he may be the same height as Steph, but he's much more explosive. He can get by people to create. I would say in the clutch, I would rather take a creator than a scorer. Even like Michael Jordan, as much as prolific as he was, his biggest play was a pass to Steve Kerr for a jump shot. I mean, because he can create for himself. I'm not saying that Steph can't do that. I'm saying he can't do that as well as those other guys, including John Morant. Whew. So I know Curry's the GOAT, especially in terms of shooting. I know he's hella clutch. I still remember him coming down pulling from half against the freaking Grizzlies. That was amazing. And they were just screaming, guard him! Or was it the Thunder? I forgot. Who cares? It's all about Curry. And I know he's been to the biggest stage and stuff like that. But, man, if those two guys were on the same team, I with like 5 seconds to go, I would be like, give the ball to Ja. I wouldn't sit Curry. I'm just saying, I would say, give the ball to Ja, let him create. He might hit you, Steph. So, yes, I'm going with John Morant, more clutch. I'm sorry, who I'm going to in the clutch moment. You can't say he's more clutch. He is pretty clutch, though. He hits shots. He does make nice plays toward the end of the game. He does care about it a lot. All right, but I don't know. If it's a free throw, Steph Curry. Wide open three, hell yeah, Steph Curry. But if it's just to like make a play, John Morant. That's my thought. John Morant because he is better inside. Basically what I was saying, yep. My homework is posting. I did 25 floater hook shots, layups, and jumpers. Nice job. I see you know Matt Seth. All right. Moving on, let's check our trivia question of the day. Trivia question today. And I don't believe that we have Finn Kaufman here unless he's being very, very quiet. But the trivia question is, nope. Nope. That's not a good question at all. I got it. All right. Whose record did Anthony Davis tie by scoring 20 points in a quarter in the All-Star game in 2017? That's the question. Whose record did Anthony Davis, AD, did he tie by scoring 20 points in a quarter in the All-Star game in 2017? That is the trivia question today. Let me see the answer. It's an old record, man. He broke a record that was set in 1968. Man. Oh, no, I see. No, that wasn't it. Oh, this other guy broke the record that was set in 1968. He did it in 1997. Gotcha. And AD tied that record. Got it. All right. So whose record did Anthony Davis tie by scoring 20 points in a quarter in the All-Star game in 2017? I know Master Seth gets to prove that he can do an answer without copying off people now, because that's what he always does. You got 4 minutes to answer the question. I want to answer it until the end. Good luck. All right, checking our high school stuff that we did before. Retreat to pass, that went pretty well. Jump stop to corner option, jab to 3-option jumper, shots to box outs, Lana's moves, and one-on-one post is what we did last week. And what we're doing tomorrow is autonomous workout. I love that one. That's you guys. I give you guys a whole workout to do. Then you guys have to do it on your own for like 10 minutes. And then I will judge you guys who did it the best. Then we got judge rank dribbling, retreat, explode drill, step ups to shots, baseline sweep, finger roll, and then pick and roll, layup to create. Those are all great moves and things like that to go over. So I can't wait for that workout. That is tomorrow. All right. And then we have the story of the day, and I will come back to the trivia question in half a second.
Winning is not necessarily finishing first, but finishing well, to the best of your God-given abilities. When you embrace this concept in your life, you will be relieved from the stress of competing to finish first, to win in life.
Yes. When you understand that it's not about the actual winning and losing, or about the actual which level that you make it to, and it's all about making it to your top level, that's actually so much less stress, and it allows you to open up your wings and then truly make it to your top level. If all you're thinking about is catching John Moran and Steph Curry, you won't. Let's say that you're worse than them. That's way too much pressure that you're going to put on yourself, and you won't make it to your level. But let's say that you're better than them, and all you want to do is make it to Steph Curry and John Moran. Once you hit them, you're going to stop right there. Either way, comparing yourself to them was not a good thing. And while comparing yourself does help in many, many regards, and the end result, you can't really worry about it. You can use it for to push you. You can use it to push you either way. I don't want to be like that person. I want to be like that person. Absolutely. But when it comes down to it, the end result, you've got to be focused on yourself. You've got to be focused on your own limitations and your own strengths. And you got to give yourself that benefit of the doubt, yourself that extra push where all that matters is that you made it to your top level. So if you're an automatic NBA player, making the NBA is not good enough for you. Just like our girl Finley. All right. If you look at her highlights, man, she just posted the first quarter. It looked like a highlight reel. She scored the first 7 buckets, 7 for 7. It was like, oh crap, this isn't a highlight reel. If she makes it to the NBA, she won't be happy with that. She's supposed to make it to the NBA, right? But if you guys are only supposed to make high school and you make it to college, that is a better feat. So go by where you're supposed to end up, and don't worry about anyone else in that regard. All right, you guys? All right. So I'm not sure if anyone's going to answer the trivia question today, but it is Anthony Davis tied by scoring 20 points in a quarter in the All-Star game. Glenn Rice. The Hornets forward dropped 20 points, not Kareem. Dropped 20 points in the third quarter in the 1997 All-Star game, shooting 8 of 11 with 4 3-pointers. Rice broke Hal Greer's record of 19 set in 1968. So no one got the right answer, and that is my time. Couldn't even guess, guys? Come on. All right, y'all. I'm out. Don't forget that the quote of the day is, not getting everything makes you stronger. All right, not getting everything makes you stronger. I'll see whoever's at practice. I'll see you guys tonight. See you there. Peace. Wait, I forgot to say it. Cue my music. There we go.